What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Myers World Podcast, and today we're going to be talking about Deshaun Watson and his preview to everybody in this previous preseason game that we just saw with the Browns and the Jaguars. Now, we're going to talk about specifically Deshaun Watson. We know that certain things have transpired. I don't need to get into the things that he was accused of, what he settled with, all that stuff. That's not what we're going to focus on. What I want to focus on is this is the first time that we've seen Deshaun Watson play football in a while, and I know a lot of you guys are concerned. Some of you guys have reached out to me, yo, G, what do you think about this? Like, is this guy going to be a problem in the long run? Is he going to be someone that, Cleveland will be able to survive with? Is he logically a guy that we can probably rely on? And this is coming from real Browns fans, right? Yo, G, you've been doing this podcast for a while. What are your thoughts on it? Primarily, this is my thoughts, right? Watching him in a preseason game, it doesn't really do anything for me. Simply because it's of no meaning. You're just trying to get out there, get reps, and see what's going on. He was getting heckled a lot by the crowd. I don't know if that is going to be a factor that most of us are going to have to realize, that people are not going to forget what he was accused of and what happened throughout the process. So I don't know if that had an effect on the way that he played. I think 3 of those of the 5 passes that he threw were dropped. So although he's 1 of 5 for 7 yards, it looks really bad. But then I looked at Josh Rosen and I'm like, yo, that guy sucks. And he was 6 of 7. So it's like, does that really equate to Deshaun Watson being, not what Cleveland paid for? Like, they bet their franchise on Deshaun Watson, and now we don't know what's going to be happening as far as Goodell goes. We don't know where this is going to happen. We don't know where it's going. More than likely, it may be a full year that Deshaun Watson is out of the NFL. In addition, so it'll be probably 2 years that he'd be gone, in addition to what he's already served. So I know the stat line looks really, really bad, because we're looking at it right now, like, yo, this dude is like, what, is he serious? Like, bro, this dude's garbage. Like, but I'm not ready to say that is the case. If you guys can bear with me, because I'm telling you, he's still a talent that I don't think many of us appreciate right now, simply because of what is going on with his life, right? So that most of us are looking at like, yo, this dude right here, yo, I don't want to deal with that dude. But realistically, in the football aspect of it, I think he's still a guy that can take the Browns the farthest, as far as what's available right now. Is he better than Baker Mayfield? Absolutely. Okay, we just don't know what that outcome is going to be. But all the hysteria around it, I want to just explain certain things to you guys. If you think that Joshua Dobbs, because he went 10 of 13 for 108 yards, is like, really good, you got to understand who they're playing against. Okay, it's the backups. It's people that's trying to make the team. It's not a lot of players that are going to even make any NFL roster. They're going to be cut and go back to doing whatever they were doing before that. Some of them may come back and have a success story, but for the most part, you're playing against guys that work at Target and Walmart. So that, to me, looking at it objectively, I don't really see anything to be fearful of. And because I watched a lot of this game, and when he was at the back tail end of the Jags end zone, and they would call it, yo, you sick. I don't know if you guys saw that. You sick. Like, it was wild. Like, you could hear them going wild with the heckling while watching the game. I think that influenced the way that he played, in my opinion. I don't think he ever looked comfortable. I don't think that it was the old Deshaun Watson that we saw prior to everything that's happened to him. So because all of those things are factors, I have to actually evaluate, because if you guys look at any of my past podcasts, I don't care if I like a player, I don't like a player, it doesn't matter. I have to be objective to what I'm speaking about. So I have to say no. I don't think that he's going to be a lost cause. I don't think he's going to be a bust. I think right now there's a lot, affecting him. There's a lot over, his whole head. Like, everything is going crazy. And I think that that's the primary focus, that he's trying to figure out what's going to actually happen. Because at first we thought it was only going to be 6 games. Now we don't know what Roger Goodell's going to do. All right. As far as the Browns team overall, I will say this, right? I liked what I saw. Now, I thought that they would, I don't know if I thought they would rally a little bit more around Deshaun Watson. Some guys brought up the fact that they don't think the team was really vested in it, because they don't really, while he played, it didn't look like the team was ultimately in it. But I think that that's false. I think that at this point, the players on the team realize that he's probably the best bet for them doing anything. to be totally honest, all right? It's sort of like this, right? Njoku, he had 1 reception, 7 yards. He had 1 target. A lot of the players, like Njoku's going to be out there balling. People need to understand that this is not the real game. Although it seems, it's like bad, bro. It's like, yo, are you serious? Like this dude's going out there and doing that. I know you guys watch Malik Willis with the Tennessee Titans, and everybody was excited. Oh my God, bro, he's like the next Mike Vick. There was a lot of excitement about it. Guys and gals, it's preseason. It's literally preseason. So right now, as we go through what's going to be happening with my podcast very soon and how we're going to be evaluating the season and how I'm going to be giving you guys the recaps, I will let you guys understand. There's a lot of questions that you guys have. You guys can go ahead and throw it in the comment section right here. If you're watching it on YouTube, if you're listening to it all over the world with the G-Miles World podcast, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. But I need to hear what you guys have to say. So please go to Twitter, follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and leave me some ats. And let me know what your thought process is, because I want to know what you guys are looking to get as far as what's going on with the league. Is this guy going to be any good? Things like that. But this is a real major situation right now. And I just want to bring to the forefront, I do believe once Watson is suspended, I don't know what's going to happen with this team. I honestly don't. I think they're trying to, Kareem Hunt wants to leave. A lot of what made Baker Mayfield successful was simply the fact that he had a solid running game. I'm not saying that Baker is like a bust or whatever. He's an average quarterback. But the run game has to be there for any quarterback that's going to play for the Browns. So let's just say, for instance, he's gone for the year. Because I think Roger Goodell is going to get the year. The Browns are going to be under 500 anyway. So right now, it's just being able to see Deshaun Watson and just understand that you still have a future. I think he's still the future of the Browns. I just think that right now, there's a lot going on with him. And we have to give him a second to kind of recollect, reassess what's going on. And once that all finishes out, then we see where it goes from there. But right now, as far as where we stand right here, I would not put too much into this preseason game. I don't think that he's going to be a bum whenever he plays. I think the biggest thing that Cleveland fans have to worry about is his suspension. Because I'll tell you this, you have a great chance of winning a lot of games with Deshaun Watson under center for the Browns. Okay? It's just like, the probability just goes up. Like, you start saying names like Rosen, you're like, yo, Rosen, like, bro, I do garbage, bro. Dobbs, like, are you serious? Like, they're going to have to get another veteran quarterback once the commissioner comes down and hands down the suspension in order for the Browns to even be suitable. But even with all of that, Nick Chubb is going to have a lot on his plate. He didn't play. We know what's going to happen when Nick Chubb plays. He's a top 5 running back, in my opinion. He's going to be a solid stud. I think this team has upside, but it's very unfortunate that they will not have a leader under center, at least for the foreseeable future. But I appreciate you guys reaching out to me for podcasts. Definitely let me know if you enjoyed it. I'm so glad to be back. Guys, football season is right around the corner. I want to thank everybody for listening. Hopefully you're having a blessed day. Until next time, one love, y'all.